Hello, it's Denise, and I'm back again with day 26 of the 31 Days of Tarot Challenge 2019. And I'm actually doing this one a day late because, life. But today's question is, what tarot deck do you wish you could get into or vibe with, but just can't, and why? So I have actually gotten several decks over the last year in 2018, and haven't been able to really vibe with them or work with them. But I've had decks that has changed eventually. So sometimes I don't work well with the deck and I just find it a new home, and sometimes I hang on to it and try again later. I really just, you can never tell sometimes. But the deck I picked for today's prompt was the Magdalene Legacy Tarot by Casey Duhamel, and illustrated by Deborah L. Shutek Jackson. Um, so, uh, so this deck, it says on the back, it's a deck and book set celebrating the lost goddess of Christianity, illustrating the Grail mysteries as they have been represented through time via history, art, philosophy, and legend. Um, let's see, and it celebrates the sacred feminine that's been long denied by the Christian theocracy, and endeavors to illustrate spiritual balance through the Grail mysteries, and basically, so it's still a tarot deck, but that's the subject matter, which I find really interesting, because it's always intriguing to me, like how, like like women have been oppressed and maligned throughout history based on religion, like using religion as a tool of oppression. So that is something was intriguing to me, and so this tarot deck looked really interesting, and I'm gonna still try to work with it. It comes with this guidebook, and one of the first issues I had with this deck was just the print in this guidebook. I don't know if you can tell, but it's incredibly tiny. It's so small, and it's not so small that I can't read it, but it's just not very comfortable to read. I did see that, and um, in some reviews, and so I kind of was expecting it. The other thing that's kind of, I don't want to say off-putting because it's not like off-putting, but it's like, whoa, that's weird, is that some of the court cards, or maybe all the court cards, are like people, like like the actual historical people. So for example, here is Queen of Quills is Diana, Princess of Wales. I don't know if you can see that picture very well because it is kind of small, but so that's just, and now I haven't read the book, so I'm sure reading the book is going to explain a lot of the choices that they made for this deck, because this does seem like a deck that has been thought out really well. But so that was one of the first things, is because this is a deck that I feel like I really would have to read the guidebook to understand the choices that they made, and it's just because the print's so small, it's like not been something that I have tried to do as of yet. Also, the card, so the cards are like a real like cardboardy, a stiff cardboard type material, and I'm going to round the corners because they're super duper pointy. So that's another thing, is I need to round the corners, and I don't feel like they're large too, and I don't feel like they're easy to shuffle. I feel like this is a deck I really want to love and work with, or at least try to work with, and I just have been it's just been really challenging. I've met a lot of challenges. And so, like, you can see the pictures, the artwork, it's not like generally like what I would consider my style. I bought this deck mainly because of the topic, not because of the artwork. And let's see. And so when you get to like the minors, so it's the Ace of Quills. And then you can kind of see, this is an interesting thing. It's very pippish, and it has like, so for the Two of Quills, it has like two meanings here. So this is conflict, and then when you turn it over, you have cohesion. And so, like, I have not read the book, so I'm still not sure, like how they intend for how the author intends for this to be used. But it does look really interesting. So I'm not completely, I haven't given up on this deck, but I do feel like I'm going to need to at least round the corners. And as far as shuffling goes, I mean, like, overhand shuffle I think is like gonna be okay after I round the corners. But like, I like to rifle shuffle my cards, and it is just with this, like, because of how stiff they are, it is so close to impossible to do that with these for me, especially because they're so large too, and I can't really grab them like that very easy. Let's see if I can, if I really wanted to. If I really, really stretch my hands, I think I can get there. So, but then some of the images to me, like, I don't know, like, see this double card, and I need to read the book. So, like, this is just kind of more first impressions that I've had once I got this deck. But like, that's, for me, I'm not super fond of that double card. But again, I haven't read the book, and I think that's an important part of this deck. I do like that it seems to have like some astrological symbols, and it looks like Hebrew letters as well. So again, I am just talking about my first impressions. So, and it seems like as I went through this deck, it is, well, there's the Queen of Quills, Diana. And you know, I'm not sure how I feel about seeing like real, like, historical figures in the cards, like that, you know, recent history and things. I do see, like, there's a lot of women in here, but there's also a lot of like male energy as well. And here's the Hierophant card in this deck. And so I guess I felt like it was going to be more a celebration of the sacred feminine and how that was lost. And I'm sure it might still be. But I just haven't. Yeah, that's about it. It's just me trying to, I haven't been inspired to work with this deck because I know it's going to take a little bit of work to shuffle the cards, work with the cards around the corners, and then, you know, reading the book with this tiny, tiny, like, super micro font. So anyway, so that's the deck that I have wanted to try to connect with and use, and I just haven't been able to do that. And I will see you soon for another video. Bye.